Throne and Liberty. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, almost perfect game. If you are following my YouTube channel, then you have seen different kind of reviews of this game, different kind of guides regarding different kind of in-game features. And I can tell you now, after 3 weeks playing this game in Korea, this is one of the best MMORPGs I have ever played. Regarding everything in general, regarding different kind of in-game features, regarding graphic design, overall quality of the game, this game is something absolutely extraordinary. Is it 10 out of 10? Well, I would say it's almost 10 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10. So what is this game currently missing? I will talk about that in the next few minutes because I have noticed few things during my gameplay which developers of the game could have done better, or maybe they will implement in the future. Stuff in the game which this game currently don't have. So this game, Throne and Liberty, is one real PC MMORPG. You will find in this game basically everything what one real PC MMORPG needs to have, right? So, guild system, lots of PvP features. If you like to play PvP, you will enjoy Throne and Liberty. If you don't like to play PvP, you will also enjoy Throne and Liberty because there are many different kind of dungeons, solo dungeons, party dungeons, open world dungeons. Check dedicated guides on my YouTube channel to see what I actually mean by that. Crafting system is here. Gathering, yes, it's here. And now, already when I'm talking about gathering, you know what do we miss? Life skills. So, do we have gathering system in Throne and Liberty? Yes, we have. You can gather different kind of materials in open world. You can gather different kind of ore, herbs, wood. You can go out there. You need to gather different kind of materials for crafting, because crafting is very important in Throne and Liberty because you can craft weapons, armor, accessories, and different kind of items. So you will need to go out there in the open world and you will need to use gathering to gather different kind of materials for crafting. However, like normal life skills, we don't have in Throne and Liberty. I think that developers of the game should implement on some way life skills, because I know that many MMORPG players are really enjoying in this part of gameplay. So like I said, you can go together different kind of ore, different kind of wood, different kind of herbs, mushrooms, stuff over there, right? But we don't have like real life skills in the game. Also, just to notice, fishing. There is no fishing in Throne and Liberty, right? So it's not a big deal. It's not really a big deal. But you can see here, this map have lots of water surface, right? You can see here not only ocean, but also lakes. You can see here lots of water surface, but no fishing. That could be added in the future from developers of the game. I hope they will do that, right? Because, why not to have fishing and life skills in Throne and Liberty? Another thing which I have noticed this game doesn't have, it's not a big deal for now, but I think the developers should add this also to the game, is housing system. There is no housing system. And there is room. There is a room, right? You have seen huge open world which you can freely explore. This map is absolutely massive. You can see here in the upper part of the map, right? This is not discovered. We'll get discovered this in the future updates. Every now and then, 3 or 4 times per year, we'll get major updates. Now we are getting some small updates with some improvements and new bosses and new dungeons, stuff like that. But in the future, I have no doubt they will also reveal this part of the map, right? So there is room on the map. Housing system to see in Throne and Liberty would be amazing. Because like I said, this game have everything. Everything what one real PC MMORPG needs to have, from dungeons, from crafting, from guild raids, to massive sieges, to open world, many things in this game, right? I could talk about 1 hour, but what is this game missing currently, in my opinion at least? Life skills, fishing included, life skills, like specifically life skills, because like I said, there is gathering in this game, you can do that, but there are no life skills specifically, right? And also housing system. That would mean a lot. I know that many players are enjoying also in that part of MMORPGs. Now, further thing which this game is missing, but developers are already working on that, is DPS meter. We have heard within a live stream, that was maybe about 2 weeks ago, during live stream from NCSoft, developers of this game, one of the questions was actually, what about DPS meter? And we have heard official information from NCSoft that they are already working on DPS meter. And actually, it will not be DPS meter, it will be contribution meter for the start, which is actually maybe even better in one way, because contribution is not only about damage. Contribution is also about healing and about tanking and damage received, if you understand what I mean to say. So maybe it will not be at the start like real DPS meter, but at least it will be contribution meter, which is amazing. So regarding that, developers of the game have that covered. They are working already on DPS meter or contribution meter. For now, there is no any kind of DPS meter in the game. Another thing which we have get recently, this game is missing, but now we have it basically, is find the party. So this is not a matchmaking system. And maybe it will be good to have also matchmaking system, what we have seen in many other MMORPGs recently within the last few years, right? If you are searching for party for some kind of dungeon, you have that matchmaking system where you can find the party within few minutes, right? This here in front of you, developers of the game have implemented into the game about a week or two after release of the game. This was not up for release of the game, right? Find the party. Find the party is actually not matchmaking system. It's actually one tool in the game, one part of user interface which you can use actually to make party, to recruit other people, or to join some other party, right? It will make finding party for different kind of dungeons easier. However, like I said, maybe, just maybe, matchmaking system would be also a nice addition to this game. But on the other hand, this is also not bad, right? You don't need to go LFG, you don't need to go to World Chat to recruit some group. You can do that to recruit some party, right? Because there are many content, there are many dungeons in Throne Liberty, right? And yeah, you will not always have people to play with you. Maybe you want to join some party. So we have this find the party user part of the interface. They have that covered. Overall looking, also one more thing which I have noticed, one more small thing which I have noticed. You can see here on skill bar, right, in the lower part, user interface looking very nicely. Skill bar, if you are using action mode, you will not use mouse, right? This is now action mode. In this game, you can use two modes of gameplay. Action mode, which you can see right now. So there is no mouse on my screen. Mouse have disappeared. Or you can use, I can switch very easily by pressing V on my keyboard to this. This is classic mode. So basically tab targeting, right? So if I'm using mouse, if I want to click on some skill here on my skill bar, I can do that, right, using mouse. However, you cannot lock your skill bar. Check this. You can by accident move your skills. They should add here, after you rearrange skills as you want, that you can lock your skill bar, that you'll not be able to move skills by accident. Sometimes that happened. Usually I'm using my keyboard, of course, to write when I play the game, to use the skills. But sometimes if I want to click, look, when I'm clicking here, by accident, I was sometimes by accident replacing skills. So they should add function to the game here, to the skill bar, that you can lock your skill bar. At least for now, I didn't see that function in the game. Other than that, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, what I have noticed within the last few minutes, what I have said, right, regarding life skills, gathering, fishing, housing system, right, they should add to the game, right, this locking skill bar. That would be the only things which are missing in Throne and Liberty. Housing system, I hope they will add in the future. Other than that, I will not say this is a perfect MMORPG. It's not perfect. You'll not find that doesn't exist. Perfect MMORPG doesn't exist. However, this is the closest to perfect what we will get. This game have really everything. Whatever you like to play. If you really like to play PC MMORPGs, you will enjoy in Throne and Liberty. There are minor things which they could have done better, absolutely. There are some bugs in the game, nothing too big. Don't worry about that. There is nothing too big regarding bugs. Don't worry about pay to win. Don't worry about that also. Pay to win in the game, that's another topic. Yes, you can buy Lucent in-game currency with real money, but that will not help you a lot. Because even if you buy that purple end-game gear, best gear in the game currently, you have nothing. Because you still need to enchant and upgrade that gear. Battle Pass in the game also is not pay to win. And regarding combat, that is another story regarding combat. Yes, They could have maybe little bit to improve combat on some other way. That's a story for another video, like I said. But in general idea about the game, is it 10 out of 10? Well, almost 10 out of 10. It's 9.5 out of 10 regarding everything in general. These are the things which I have noticed within last 3 weeks, right? I'm playing this game now about 3 weeks over there in Korea, basically since release over there in Korea. I'm getting knowledge about the game. I'm making videos on my YouTube channel. I'm preparing for global release of the game, right? And yeah, if you're interested in Throne and Liberty, check my YouTube channel. I have already about 100 videos about Throne and Liberty. No joking, I have about 100 videos about Throne and Liberty. But these would be, right, these few things would be the things that I have noticed that this game is missing. There are some other things which I could maybe say just to mention on the end, right? Balance between weapons. That is something important. It's still not done in correct way. We have noticed, all the players have noticed, I have noticed that magical weapons like staff and wand are not that much powerful in generally like some other ranged weapons like a longbow, crossbow, or like some melee weapon like greatsword. Like dagger. Greatsword also feels so-so. Maybe greatsword also should get a buff. But I'm certain developers of the game, they will make some adjustments. They will balance the weapons. I'm sure they need to buff a little bit staff and wand. They need to buff staff and wand in the future, and they will do that. We have heard that information within different kind of interviews with developers of the game. They will balance between weapons in the future, right? That is another thing which I wouldn't say this game is missing, but I think that developers of the game need to work on. Regarding everything else, this game is something extraordinary. Overall idea about this game, concept about this game, leveling, crafting, in generally, how you get your gear, gearing up, enchanting of gear, dungeons, open world dungeons, single player dungeons, raids, guild versus guild content, massive content regarding sieges. Everything is done on high quality way, and I have no doubt, without any future, this game will be the biggest MMORPG release of 2024 globally. These things within last few minutes, which I have just mentioned, in my opinion at least, right, this game is kind of missing. Developers of the game need to adjust, but I have no doubt they will do that in the future. And even if they don't do that, this game is still something really extraordinary. Thank you for watching the video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Twitch to see more of MMORPG content and of course Throne and Liberty content in the future. See you soon.